everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Browns going up against the Cowboys.
Larry, it has been a tumultuous yet utterly riveting 2018 NFL season, and it all comes to a close here tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 53 from 2-year-old Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Good footwork at the 30. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Elliott. And now running, Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll bang that one through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, just depending on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 36. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, it's completed to Landry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.